Have you ever wondered if there's something sacred capable of unlocking a veritable avalanche of prosperity in your life? Something so powerful that it can transform a simple prayer into a real, tangible, and immediate financial miracle? This may sound unlikely. But what if I told you the answer has been in the scriptures for centuries, waiting to be activated by someone with faith and courage? Today you'll learn about Psalm 67. We're not talking about a simple biblical text, but a spiritual key that has been discreetly used by people who have discovered a direct path to wealth and abundance. Hera, an enigmatic figure, revealed this secret, and since then, those who dare to put this psalm into practice have experienced incredible blessings, such as earning money while sleeping or getting out of debt overnight. In this video, you'll understand why Psalm 67 isn't just a powerful prayer, but a true divine code for activating prosperity. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to learn could be exactly what you need to truly transform your financial future. I'll now cite a story from someone related to the psalm. When Hera revealed Psalm 67, I confess I was skeptical. It seemed like just another pretty biblical text, but without any practical effect. However, there was something in the way she spoke, a certainty that moved me. She said this psalm had the power to attract such a large amount of money that you wouldn't even be able to spend it all. That remained in my mind like a seed, and it was the beginning of a transformation I never imagined I would experience. Today I own 4 luxury stores, 2 in Beverly Hills and 2 on SS Boulevard, one of the most expensive areas of Los Angeles. But it wasn't always this way. There was a time when I could barely pay the rent. But everything began to change when I decided to apply this sacred teaching with faith. It wasn't Hollywood magic, it was a real spiritual shift, where each word of the psalm seemed to open a new door to prosperity. The curious thing is that this turning point didn't begin with money, but with faith. It was when I stopped everything and began to reflect on the true meaning of Psalm 67 that miracles began to manifest. I felt as if a channel had been opened between me and divine abundance. And you know what's best? This blessing isn't just mine, it's available to all who dare to believe. I remember exactly the day everything changed. The bills were piling up, the credit card was maxed out, and the rent was late. I felt a tightness in my chest, a mixture of despair and frustration. It was at that moment that I looked up at the ceiling and said, "God, show me a way out." And it was there, almost by chance, or rather, by divine intervention, that I found an audio recording of Psalm 67. I decided to listen, without much expectation, but that sound seemed to speak directly to my soul. From the very first words, something inside me was ignited. I began listening to that psalm every day, in the morning and before bed. And then, strange things, in a good way, began to happen. A debt was paid off unexpectedly. A major sale came in out of nowhere. It was as if an invisible wave was pushing my life forward. Each new blessing left me shocked, but also more grateful and confident. I wept with emotion, true tears of relief and gratitude. It was as if heaven had broken the silence and begun to answer my prayers. Every day brought a new surprise, a new client, a closed contract, forgotten money arriving in my account. The shower of blessings began gently, but soon turned into a storm of miracles. And it all began with that simple act of listening to a psalm with faith. At first, I confess, doubt still lingered within me. It was hard to believe that a simple psalm could bring about such a financial transformation. My rational mind tried to find logical explanations, but my heart, oh, my heart already knew. I continued listening to Psalm 67 every day, as if it were a sacred ritual. And, little by little, I realized that something beyond money was being awakened, a deep connection with God and the energy of prosperity. That's when it hit me, Psalm 67 is a true spiritual treasure. It's not just a string of beautiful words, but a powerful divine code. I began to notice changes not only in my finances but also in my state of mind. I felt calmer, more secure, as if I were being guided by a higher power. Abundance was no longer a distant promise but a present reality. The most beautiful thing of all is realizing that this psalm is a gift from God. It's there, open to all, filled with positive energies and blessings ready to manifest. When you listen to it with faith, something moves in the invisible. You don't need to understand it, just feel it. And the more you open yourself to this flow, the more it envelopes you, as if the entire universe conspired to see you prosper. What impressed me most was discovering that Psalm 67 had been used for centuries by prophets and spiritual leaders to attract prosperity. This wisdom was there, hidden in plain sight, and almost no one spoke about it. These ancient masters knew that certain words carry frequency, and Psalm 67 has one of the highest frequencies when it comes to wealth and abundance. It was as if they had left a treasure map, and now, finally, we are beginning to see it. Since I made the psalm part of my daily routine, the transformation has been evident. From someone broken and without hope, I've become someone surrounded by opportunities. I started listening to the psalm as soon as I woke up, and it lifted my spirits. It was like tuning my antenna to tune into prosperity. And when that happens, there's no way around it, money starts flowing, doors open, solutions appear. The most fascinating thing? I wasn't the only one. I've received testimonies from people who also decided to listen to this psalm with faith. One woman said she received an unexpected transfer that same day. A man said he landed a new job after months of closed doors. The pattern repeats itself. Those who surrender themselves wholeheartedly to Psalm 67 activate the energy of a financial miracle. It's more than coincidence, it's a divine manifestation. Something magical happens when you start listening to Psalm 67 regularly. It's as if you become a veritable magnet for money. Things change, but the curious thing is that, even before the money appears, you feel it. You get goosebumps, a slight warmth in your chest, a deep peace. These signs are confirmation that the energy of abundance is approaching. And when you vibrate at this frequency, there's no escape, prosperity comes. I remember one particular night when I left the psalm playing while I slept. I woke up feeling light and grateful, without really understanding why. Hours later, I received a message. I had won an old giveaway I hadn't even remembered. I'd won a sum of money that arrived at just the right time. It was a silent miracle, the kind only those who experience it can understand, and it all began with a simple, powerful prayer. You don't have to do anything grand to get started. Just listen to the psalm with attention, faith, and gratitude. Make it a habit, like brushing your teeth or drinking coffee. Let the words sink into your mind and plant seeds of transformation. Little by little, you'll notice that blessings begin to seek you out, not the other way around. This is the essence of being a magnet. You don't chase, you attract. Psalm 67 can bless all who hear it with true faith. The key is to truly believe that this blessing is on its way. Many people listen to the psalm, but few do so with the faith necessary for transformation to occur. Therefore, the first step is to open your heart and allow the energy of prosperity to enter your life, trusting that God is working on your behalf. Financial blessing begins with belief. Without it, everything remains in the realm of wishful thinking and vague hope. But when you declare your faith out loud, you create a powerful magnetic field that attracts wealth and abundance. Therefore, I invite you now to write in the comments, I receive my financial blessing with gratitude. By doing so, you reinforce your intention and activate the power of the psalm in your life. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the channel to receive more messages like this, which can transform your relationship with money. Share this knowledge with friends and family, because the more people connected to faith and prosperity, the stronger the wave of financial miracles will be. Remember, prosperity is a journey we travel together. Jeremiah 29 verse 11 reminds us that God has plans to prosper our lives, not to harm us. This is a powerful promise we should keep in our hearts, especially when the journey seems difficult. Knowing that the Creator has a purpose of abundance for you fuels your faith and helps you stay focused on financial transformation. This is the time to begin the most prosperous phase of your life. You deserve all this and much more. To strengthen your connection with this truth, begin repeating powerful affirmations: I deserve, I accept, I receive, and I am grateful. These words, spoken with feeling, activate an inner strength capable of materializing the wealth God has reserved for you. Delve into these promises and feel the energy of abundance taking over your being. Visualize prosperity arriving, embrace the certainty that your future will be prosperous and fulfilling. Remember, the universe responds to those who position themselves as worthy, with faith and gratitude. Are you ready to reap the rewards of this new phase? May God have mercy on us and bless us. This opening line of Psalm 67 is an invitation to open our hearts and receive divine goodness. By reciting it with faith, you begin to create a deep connection with God, who is the true source of prosperity and financial transformation. This moment of powerful prayer is a portal to open the doors of abundance. Throughout the psalm, we pray that the earth may bear its fruit, a sign that life is renewed and multiplied. This is a living metaphor for our own journey. When we cultivate faith, we are blessed with growth and an abundant harvest, whether in health, love, or finances. Reciting these passages with feeling creates an energy that moves the invisible in our favor. Make this prayer a daily habit, a ritual of surrender and gratitude. It's not just a text to memorize, but a conversation with God, where you express your desires, trust, and accept the blessings that will come. This practice reinforces the inner transformation that naturally manifests itself in the material world as well. Prosperity and wealth will dwell in your house. This is a biblical promise that reminds us that abundance is not a distant dream, but an accessible reality for those who believe. Declaring these words with conviction is a powerful act that strengthens our faith and aligns our minds with God's purpose to prosper. Another teaching that reinforces this message is, "Test me, and you will see the windows of heaven open to you." This passage encourages the courage to trust God fully, even when the situation seems difficult. It's an invitation to challenge fear and allow wealth and blessings to flow without limits into our lives. Furthermore, it is written that, "You will lend to many, but you will not borrow." This prophetic statement places us in the position of those who have abundance to share, not those who live in scarcity. I invite you to declare in the comments, "God's plans are greater than mine." By doing so, you activate a divine power capable of transforming your financial story. Repeating Psalm 67 for 7 consecutive days is an exercise in faith and discipline that can transform your financial life. This practice isn't magic, but a way to align your thoughts, emotions, and spirit with the energy of abundance. The more you repeat it with faith, the stronger the vibrational field that attracts prosperity becomes. Faith is the essential ingredient for this powerful prayer to work. Without it, the words lose their power and transformation doesn't happen. Therefore, it's crucial to believe that God is listening, that He wants to bless you, and that the blessing is on its way. Trust is the bridge that connects your desire to the financial miracle. Sharing this message with others is also a way to multiply blessings. When you help someone awaken to faith and prosperity, you're creating a positive cycle that returns to you in double measure. Spread this seed, let Psalm 67 resonate, and see how abundance can multiply in your life and the lives of those you love. I am a magnet for money. Repeating this affirmation daily is a way to reprogram your mind to recognize and attract opportunities for prosperity. When you accept yourself as abundant, you begin to act and think accordingly, paving the way for wealth to arrive naturally. Goodness and faithfulness will follow me always. This statement strengthens the confidence that God's blessings are not temporary, but constant. The prosperity God offers is lasting, and living with this assurance transforms not only your finances, but your entire life. I receive prosperity in my life. Accepting this phrase as truth is the final step toward integrating abundance into your daily life. The conclusion is simple: you deserve and are open to receiving everything the universe and God have to offer. From this moment on, accept that you are abundant. Now that you've learned about the power of Psalm 67 and all its promises of prosperity, ask yourself, what's stopping me from taking the first step in faith? What changes can I start making today to make room for this abundance? Remember, transformation begins when you decide to believe you deserve it and accept this divine blessing. Apply what you've learned, repeat the affirmations, listen to the psalm with faith, and keep your heart open to the miracles that are to come. You have the power to change your financial life. Just connect with this spiritual force and act with confidence. And, of course, your journey doesn't have to be a solitary one. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to receive inspiring content that will strengthen your faith and guide you on your journey to wealth and abundance. Together, we will transform your story and make Psalm 67 a true path to the financial miracle you deserve.